is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Natasha Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Off the top, it is a next weather alert day. Taking a live look outside, you can see it is overcast, and we had rain across South Florida most of the day. Let's get right to next weather meteorologist Casey Sherman. It has been a very active weather day.
It has. You know, a lot of us getting in a little bit of a lull, at least temporarily, just in time for maybe that early evening commute, pickup line with kids. We haven't seen too much rain over about the past hour or so after some slightly heavier rounds that we did have earlier on today. Here's our first batch, now beginning to work its way off to the south and east, clearing out even in the Keys. We just have some light shower activities. We take a closer look in across the metro area. Couple light areas of rain, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Kendall area, and down through at least Key Largo at the moment. But we are tracking an additional round of some heavier rain on the way. Some areas, in fact, especially down in the Keys, so far today, we've seen rainfall totals closer to 5 inches of rain. It's the Keys that will have to monitor the potential of seeing some additional localized flooding, at least the highest threat of seeing that as we enter the rest of the day, thanks to the fact that we are still tracking this low pressure system meandering out across the eastern Gulf of Mexico. This, as it begins to work its way across the state, will bring us a second round of some more widespread rain closer to about the 6 o'clock hour. So I think around dinner time, we are going to start to see our rain pick back up across the area, becoming a little bit more widespread. And you'll notice already starting to see a lot of that move into the Tampa Bay area, out across southwest Florida. This next round is moving to our area again as we head into later on this evening. So we do still maintain our next weather alert. Later on this afternoon, another round of widespread rain on the way again. That'll be closer to about the 6-7 o'clock hour. So if you're making your evening commute around that time, just expect more rain than what we currently have on our radar. As we head into this evening, can't quite rule out some isolated stronger storms. I think especially across the Keys, that's where we'll have the highest and better ingredients to produce some stronger storms across the area. But by late tonight, that rain will be exiting, and then it'll be drying things out really nicely. Tomorrow, the sunshine will be returning pretty nicely across the area. So timing the remainder this afternoon now, we'll continue with some light spotty showers as we head into the remainder of about this 4 o'clock hour, 5 o'clock hour. Watch as we head towards about 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Notice the rain becoming more widespread. This is 9 o'clock, stopping the clock, so we will start to see the return of widespread showers from Broward County, Miami-Dade County, especially down to the Keys. You can see those brighter colors down from Key West up to the upper Keys. That's the potential of seeing some storms. So we still have that potential from about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock across the Keys. After about 11 p.m. tonight, severe weather threat coming to an end. Rain starts to clear on out, and we'll be looking at a much drier forecast as we head into tomorrow morning. Your morning commute shouldn't be nearly as wet, and we'll be looking at a drier day overall in store for your Tuesday, with a decent amount of sunshine returning also by your Tuesday afternoon. Rainfall totals on top of what we've already seen, and again, metro area we haven't seen too much, about a half an inch for some areas. It's the Keys that have seen some totals between about 2, 3, 4 inches. On top of that, we could see an additional 1, possibly 2 inches for some areas, but that flood threat will continue to decrease as we head into late tonight. Here is our severe weather risk. It's a low risk, level 1 out of 5 risk. And again, I do think the better ingredients overall will be down through the Keys as we head into the evening ahead. So heading into the next several days, we've got what's going to be some changes ahead. Once this first system pushes on through, we will have a drop in humidity heading into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That'll be thanks to our next week front. They'll be moving through by the tail end of the week. Out the door right now, cloudy end to your Monday. We will continue to watch for those rain chances dwindling, especially after about midnight tonight, and then much drier by your Tuesday. We're back to 79 degrees for a high temperature tomorrow with a partly sunny sky, low end rain chances through your Wednesday. Isolated showers on Thursday with that next front set to pass through, and Friday and Saturday to kick off the weekend, and a brand new month as we head to March will be really nice with highs in the upper 70s.
All right, Casey, thank you. We are now learning that a man accused of trying to abduct a teenage girl in South Miami is linked to another attempted kidnapping on the same day. CBS News Miami's Maribel Rodriguez has surveillance video of the additional attack.
This guy is dangerous. This is serious stuff here.
New surveillance video just released by South Miami Police shows a man attacking a woman outside South Miami Hospital Wednesday night. And they say this was not his only victim. Police say this man, Brian Gamboa, attacked and nearly abducted 2 women within a 20-minute span.
10:50, as you're going to see in the surveillance video, he parks at South Miami Hospital, walks through the parking garage, where he confronts the female. As you see on video, there's a struggle for a while. They're on the ground. Eventually, the victim is able to get away. She runs and is confronted by a doctor who I believe she tells a story to of what happened.
He eventually takes off, but was later involved in a hit-and-run accident at a South Miami restaurant. Fortunately, that victim was able to identify him, and a bolo was put out for his arrest. Police say his crime spree did not end there. Minutes later, and a few blocks away, he allegedly attacked and nearly abducted this 16-year-old girl as she was walking through her neighborhood. We were able to speak with the girl last week.
And a guy came out the car, approached me, and then tried to start attacking me, grabbed me by my shoulders, started hitting me in the back of my head. I fought back. I threw my phone at him. I started kicking him. I started screaming and stuff, and then I started punching him.
He took off, but police were able to find him, pulled him over, and took him into custody. How terrifying was this?
It's very scary. I'm trying to get over it, obviously. Hopefully he goes to jail for a very long time.
That was Maribel Rodriguez reporting. She'll have a reaction from the people in the neighborhood tonight at 5:30 on CBS News Miami. A Fort Lauderdale police officer rushed to the hospital. It is after colliding with a suspect's car in Davie. 4 others also hurt in that crash. As CBS News Miami's Steve Majuri found out, the officer was investigating a stolen vehicle when it all went down.
Signal for officer involved.
Davie police say a Fort Lauderdale police officer was investigating a stolen vehicle around 2 a.m. Fort Lauderdale police say during that investigation, the patrol vehicle and the suspected stolen car collided. Police haven't said how this happened. The officer and 4 other people were taken to hospitals. Police say the officer and the others should survive. Both the police car and the suspected stolen car had to be towed away, with severe damage on the suspected stolen car.
The car is still occupied. We're trying to get him out.
The crash knocked out the power source for the traffic lights at this intersection. All of this happened right before the Monday morning commute. Throughout the morning rush, drivers couldn't turn left onto State Route 7 from Orange Drive. Police have not identified the officer or anyone else involved, and they haven't said if any arrests have been made.
And that was Steve Majuri reporting. Police haven't said yet what caused that crash. And turning now to the latest on Pope Francis, the Vatican updated his condition this afternoon, noting a slight improvement. They say he's in critical condition at a Rome hospital battling pneumonia. CBS News Miami's Chris Livesay is in Rome with the very latest.
Over the weekend, what started as bronchitis became much worse. The Pope, now diagnosed with double pneumonia, required high-flow oxygen and blood transfusions after suffering a prolonged asthma-like respiratory crisis on Saturday. Then Sunday, blood tests revealed early signs of kidney failure. Serious for anyone, but critical for an 88-year-old already missing part of a lung that was removed when he was a young man. And it all comes during the Holy Year of Jubilee, when pilgrims by the tens of millions come to Rome to see the Pope appear in a demanding schedule of public ceremonies. Even if Francis recovers, he must be considering how he can possibly live up to expectations, says CBS News Vatican consultant Father Anthony Figueiredo.
That's what this Jubilee year is all about, when we're going to see 35 million pilgrims coming to Rome. So for him to be away from those people is really a great suffering for him.
Now, the Vatican is notoriously tight-lipped. However, Pope Francis has instructed his medical staff to be transparent about his health. Chris Livesay, CBS News, Rome.
When we come back, federal workers face a midnight deadline to account for their work. Stay with us. Governor Ron DeSantis says he is creating his own Department of Government Efficiency here in Florida. He made the remarks in Tampa today. He is proposing to eliminate 70 state boards and commissions, along with hundreds of state government jobs. And federal workers have until midnight to list the 5 things they accomplished last week, or else they are out of a job, and that's according to President Trump's special assistant, Elon Musk. CBS News Miami's Nancy Cordes reports.
Elon is doing a great job.
After Elon Musk warned it was coming, an email went out to millions of federal workers, directing them to list 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week by midnight tonight. On his social media platform, X, Musk threatened that failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. The ultimatum coming just hours after President Trump urged Musk to get more aggressive as he works to fire thousands of government employees.
We're removing all of the unnecessary, incompetent, and corrupt bureaucrats from the federal workforce.
But even some of the president's allies are taking issue with the approach.
If I could say one thing to Elon Musk, it's like, please put a dose of compassion in this. These are real people. These are real lives.
And while a few agencies urged workers to comply with the email, the FBI, led by Kash Patel, told agents to pause on responding. So did the State Department, led by Marco Rubio, telling staffers that no employee is obligated to report their activities outside of their department chain of command. The Pentagon also opted out just days after the president made major personnel moves there. He fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, C.Q. Brown, and the chief of the U.S. Navy, whom Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth once derided as inexperienced and suggested she was only promoted because she is a woman.
The president deserves to pick his key national security and military advisory team.
Democratic Senator Jack Reed slammed the moves.
It's the beginning of a very, very serious degradation of the military and politicization of the military.
Trump intends to nominate retired Air Force Lieutenant General Dan Raisin Kane to replace General C.Q. Brown. He'd be the first three-star general to be named as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Nancy Cordes, CBS News, the White House.
That does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.